Hey, what's up you guys, it is Forge here and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review, and today we're going to be looking at the Simply Jetpacks 2 mod, but not the vanilla stuff, the thermal expansion jetpacks and all that. So yeah, as always, if you guys do enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let's get into it. Okay, so we're starting off today. We are going to be crafting a leather strap because this is what we need for basically the basic tier jetpack. And this guy's made with 2 iron ingots and 4 leather like so. Then we're going to make the ledstone thruster. This is for the base tier jetpack, the ledstone jetpack. This is made with a reactant dynamo, which you can check out my thermal expansion mod review series if you want to know how to craft any of this stuff from thermal expansion, because I'm going to be skipping over how to craft that stuff and just showing you the Simply Jetpack stuff. So yeah, the reactant dynamo, a redstone reception coil, 2 ledstone flux ducts, a piece of redstone and 4 ledstone ingots, and that'll give you a ledstone thruster. Then we can go ahead and make the first tier jetpack, the ledstone jetpack, which holds 8000 RF, and as you can see uses 32 RF per tick. And this guy's crafted with a flux capacitor, a basic flux capacitor, a leather strap, 4 lead ingots and 2 ledstone thrusters. And these guys require charging, so to charge them up, we can put them in the energetic infuser and it will charge up. And once this guy is charged up, we can take him out of the energetic infuser. So once we have charged the jetpack, then we can equip it and basically use it to fly. But I did go over the controls in the vanilla one, so I'll go over them again in this one. And essentially, we can have the toggle emergency hover mode. This isn't available for this jetpack, it's tier 3 or higher. We have toggle engine or flux pack. This turns the jetpack engine on or off. Toggle hover mode. This turns the hover mode on the jetpack, which I'll show you in a minute, and toggle jet plate charger, which I'll actually show you what it does today. So as you can see, this guy's a pretty cool model, and basically to fly we just hold the space bar and it will fly us up in the air. If I press the key to turn hover mode on, as you can see now, the hover thing has gone green in the top left corner. It also shows the jetpack fuel and whether the engine's on. If something's off, it goes red. If it's on, it goes green. If I have hover mode on now, I descend a little slower when I am wearing the jetpack, so I don't take full damage. Otherwise, I would just take full damage when I drop. We can also turn the jetpack engine off, as you can see. So now I don't actually fly when I press the spacebar. I can just jump. Next, we're going to need the hardened thruster, and this guy is made with a magmatic dynamo, 2 hardened flux ducts, a redstone reception coil, and 4 invar ingots. And these guys are used to craft the hardened jetpack, which is a tier 2 jetpack and holds 3 million RF and uses 50 RF per tick. This guy is crafted with a ledstone jetpack, a flux capacitor hardened, 4 invar ingots and 2 hardened thrusters. And there isn't much difference between this one and the ledstone, only that it ascends quicker, and you know, the hover mode is a little bit better as you don't fall as quickly, and that's the same as you go up the tiers. But as you can see, yeah, I ascend faster and I fly around a bit quicker on this guy, and he holds a bit more energy. Next, we're going to make the reinforced thruster, and this guy is made with an innovation dynamo, 2 redstone energy flux ducts, a redstone reception coil, a bucket of destabilized redstone and 4 electrum ingots. Then we can use these to make the reinforced jetpack, which is a tier 3, which means we have emergency hover mode now, and also it holds 6 million RF and uses 200 RF per tick. This guy's crafted with a hardened jetpack, a flux capacitor reinforced, and 4 electrum ingots with 2 reinforced thrusters. And this guy again has a faster ascension and a better hover mode. As you can see, I'm really not falling as fast now, but it also has this thing called the emergency hover mode, which is by default on. So if I go ahead and drop out of the sky, basically it will put me in hover mode so I don't drop to my death, essentially. So that's what that guy does. It'll just stop me just before I'm about to die if I fall out of the sky. And next we are going to make the resonant thruster, and this is made with a pneumatic dynamo, 2 resonant flux ducts, a redstone reception coil and 4 enderium ingots. Then we can make the resonant jetpack, and this is the top tier in the thermal expansion mod, but not in this mod review because there is one other jet plate that we haven't covered quite yet that is from a different mod, but it's thermal expansion related. So this is the resonant jetpack. It's a tier 4 jetpack. It holds 25 million RF. It uses 450 RF per tick, and it is crafted with the reinforced jetpack, a resonant flux capacitor, 4 enderium ingots and 2 resonant thrusters. And this guy isn't much different to the reinforced jetpack. It just has a quicker flight mode and basically a better hover mode once again. As you can see, I am basically now just floating in the air, barely descending. I don't even think I'm descending. I think I have to hold shift now to descend with this guy. So yeah, this guy's a lot better, and it's a lot more like creative flight. And another cool thing about the thermal expansion ones is we can make this armor plating. So we start off with the iron armor plating, which is 5 iron ingots in a plus shape with 4 tin ingots around it like so. And we can use these then to armor the jetpack. So we have the ledstone jetpack, which is the armored one, which is just the ledstone jetpack and a iron armor plating. And essentially this acts as armor as well as a jetpack. So it's still basically the same as a ledstone jetpack. So I'm not going to go over what it does. It's just basically an armored version. So if I go ahead and equip it, I look like I have a chest plate on as well. Then for the next tier, we're going to need this bronze armor plating. And this is actually made in an induction smelter with iron armor plating and 10 bronze ingots, as you can see like so. So you just place them in the 2 slots in the induction smelter. And we craft the bronze armor plating with the hardened jetpack to make the armored hardened jetpack. And essentially this guy just looks like an armored version of the hardened jetpack. It doesn't do anything different in the way of the jetpack though. Next we have the invar armor plating, and this is again made in the induction smelter with the bronze armor plating and 10 invar ingots. And this guy's crafted with the reinforced jetpack, and it basically does all the same stuff, just makes it armored. So it's crafted with a reinforced jetpack and invar armor plating. And finally we have the enderium armor plating, which is the top tier armor plating essentially. And this is made with invar armor plating and 10 enderium ingots in the induction smelter. Then we craft this with the resonant jetpack to get the resonant jetpack armored. Next we have the flux packs, and these guys are really cool actually. They hold, well, the tier 1 holds 1.5 million RF and it sends 800 RF per tick when you're using it, and can receive 800 RF per tick as well when being charged. And this guy's crafted with an energy cell, a basic one, and 4 lead ingots and a leather strap. And again, to charge this guy up, we just throw him in the energetic infuser. And once this guy is charged, we can actually equip him on our backs like so. And as you can see, it'll show the engine, whether it's on or off. If it's on, basically what this guy will do is actually charge anything that you have in your hand or any armor that you have on your body that basically takes charge. And it'll just charge it up from its own power bank, as you can see here. Whereas if I take it out of my hand, then it doesn't actually charge anything. Or if I turn the engine off, it will actually stop charging this guy as well, because I basically don't want to charge from him. But it has to actually be worn on you, and as you can see, it just looks like an energy cell worn on your back, which is really cool actually. And the next one we have is the reinforced flux pack, and this is a tier 2. It holds 12 million RF and can send and receive 6,000 RF per tick. And this guy's crafted with a ledstone flux pack, 2 electrum ingots, 2 lead ingots, a redstone conductance coil, and an energy cell reinforced. And then we have the resonant flux pack. I'm not actually going to show you guys what these guys do because it does the same as the ledstone one, just sends more power. And the resonant flux pack is a tier 3 and it holds 40 million RF and sends and receives 20,000 RF per tick. And this is crafted with a reinforced flux pack, 2 enderium ingots, 2 lead ingots, a redstone conductance coil, and an energy cell resonant. We can also armor the tier 2 and tier 3 flux packs. So the reinforced one takes the bronze armor plating and a reinforced flux pack, and this guy now is armored. And the resonant one takes the enderium armor plating and the resonant flux pack, and now this guy has, you know, armor. And now we're going to get onto crafting the top tier jetpack. It's actually a redstone arsenal jetpack, but it's thermal expansion related. The first thing we're going to need is a glowstone elevation unit, an empty one. And this is crafted with a piece of hardened glass, 4 lumium ingots, and 4 flux electrum. If you want to know how to make flux electrum, check out my redstone arsenal mod review because I did one of those as well. And then we're going to need to fill that empty glowstone elevation unit to a filled one basically, and that's done in a fluid transposer with 4,000 millibuckets of glowstone like so, as you can see. And this takes energized glowstone essentially, and you need 4,000 millibuckets, so you can get 250 millibuckets for 1 glowstone dust or 1,000 millibuckets for a piece of glowstone. Oh yeah, and the glowstone stuff is done in the magma crucible, which is another thing. As I said, check out the thermal expansion mod review if you want to know how to do this stuff. And then we're going to use 2 of those glowstone elevation units to make a fluxed thruster with a flux armor plating, a resonant thruster, and 2 signalum ingots as well. And then we're going to need to craft a cryotheum coolant unit, and this guy's made with a hardened glass, 4 tin ingots, and 4 fluxed electrum. Then we're going to need to fill it with cryotheum cryotheum, and this takes 4,000 millibuckets with cryotheum coolant unit in the fluid transposer. And to get gelled cryotheum, you're going to need this stuff called cryotheum dust, and one dust will give you 250 millibuckets, and this stuff's crafted like so with blizz powder, blizz rods, etc. As I said, check out the thermal expansion stuff if you want to know how to do all this stuff. And then we can craft the Flux-infused jet plate, and this guy is a tier 5. It holds 50 million RF. It uses 850 RF per tick, and now we can toggle the jet plate charger with a different key. That's what this key is for, this jetpack right here. And this guy is crafted with a armored resonant jetpack, an armored resonant flux pack, 2 of the flux thrusters, 2 cryotheum coolant units, 2 flux armor plating, and a flux infused chest plate. And essentially what this guy is basically an armor plate with a jetpack on the back, so we can use it to fly, and as you can see, it's actually faster than creative flight when you're holding down the spacebar. We can also turn on hover mode, and yeah, this guy is very quick way of getting around. He also can charge stuff. As you can see, I am now actually charging this other jetpack as well, which does use the energy on this guy a lot quicker. And basically what we can do is toggle jet plate charger, as you can see. So that's what that key does. So now it's not actually charging this jetpack, but if I turn it back on, it does. We also have the emergency hover mode, so if I come out of hover mode, it will enable before I take damage, even though I'm actually in creative mode, so that didn't actually work. But yeah, that's what this guy does. But yeah guys, that about does it for this mod review today. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you do find this useful. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bar, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.